Hey guys, hope you all are doing very well. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the dash instrument cluster lights on your 1997 Dodge Ram van or any van with a similar gauge cluster to this one that I have right here. I went with a blue LED color because my stereo is red and I thought the blue and red would go good together. But they also come in different colors like purple, yellow, green, different variations of the blue. It's really cool. They're super cheap. This is only $12 on Amazon and they come in a 10 pack. I'll have the link down in the description. But this video is just going to be showing you guys how to access the lights to the gauge cluster, what they look like before and after. The whole reason why I'm replacing them is obviously I'm modernizing it, but some of the lights are burnt out and that's what's urging me to replace them. Just like that, let's get right into it. So there's going to be 5 bolts. I'm missing 1, but that's what's going to hold on this top piece, and they are tucked up underneath here. You're going to have 2 over here, and then you're going to have 1 way over here. Now you can see that the A-pillar trim is actually laying over this top piece, and it's very hard to remove with this A-pillar trim in the way. So what I did is I took all 4 of them out along with the sun visor so that I can easily pull this out because this is tucked underneath this trim. In doing so will allow me to easily pull this off. Now I've tried to pull this off in the past with the A-pillar still attached, and you run the risk of cracking the A-pillar, and I just don't want to have to go on a manhunt to find one of these. Not that it will be hard to find, but if I can avoid breaking anything else, that would be the goal here. So in doing that, we'll have access to the screws or bolts that hold on the gauge cluster. After gently moving and placing the bezel up here, you want to be very careful because there is a connector, and this is what displays your parking brake, your ABS, and your airbag. These lights are the same as the ones that are behind your instrument cluster. And to remove this, there's going to be 6 screws. There's also Torx bits. Those are to remove these plastic screens. You can take it off, clean off the back, clean off your gauge clusters if there's any dirt or grime in there. All right, in that last clip, I had said something about the lights being the same and I was wrong. So I'm gonna correct it here. Those little lights that are displaying your emergency brake, your airbag, and your ABS light is gonna be these smaller ones. And these are called T5s right in here. And then the ones that go behind your like instrument cluster for your speedometer and your coolant readings is actually this light right here, a T10. Made by this exact same company. All right, back to the video. So to hold the gauge cluster on, it took 6 of these really small screws, nothing absurdly long. And now that they're all out, I can pull the gauge cluster out, being very careful. Okay, that was not easy to do. Finding the right angle, you want to be very careful, especially with mine, with how old it is. You can just hear all the plastic crunching and wanting to crumble. But this is how far I'm going to be able to pull it out. There are connectors back there. Let me grab a light for you guys. There are a bunch of connectors back there, but you can see all the little black twist knobs with the bulbs in them. We're going to be replacing all of those. Be very careful when you're pulling it off because you can see the circuit board back there. You do not want to cut those. And I highly recommend not disconnecting those connectors unless you have the battery off, because it is part of the Canvas system, which runs through the computer. And I don't want it to be throwing any codes for you guys when you turn on your car next. So the T10 bolt finally came in because I had ordered the wrong size, but you can still use this for your emergency brake light, your ABS light, your airbag light on your instrument cluster too. You can see the difference between the T5 and then the T10. The T10 bulb is a lot wider than the original one, but it still fits in the hole, which is good. Another thing to be aware of is this plastic clip that the bulb goes into. You want to make sure you use the original ones, because right here, the little metal tab, I don't know if you can see that, is a lot higher than the ones that come in the package. And some of these tabs either go inside the instrument cluster and then get contact underneath, or they get contact on the back side where like that wiring sticker looks like, or is that. So yeah, just go ahead, save yourself the trouble and use these plastic plastics that come with the van. Also, another thing to be aware of is these bulbs can only go in a certain way. So if it doesn't illuminate at first, just flip the bulb around inside the plastic and you'll be good to go. I'm not going to change out the turn signals because I like them green. And then let's see if you guys can even see the blue once I turn it on. There's the blue. And look, it is dimmable. So these LEDs are able to dim, which is amazing because I didn't think it would, and I was just guessing, but awesome. Before we get back to putting everything together, I really want to give you guys some good advice. Before installing everything, make sure that the lights work and that they're dimming. The second thing is, if you want to take it a step further and you want to clean the covers that go over your instrument clusters, such as I did, here's what it looks like without it on. I highly recommend you stay away from Windex, because Windex is acidic and it will destroy the film on your car's windows, and it will also destroy the film on this. I mean, this is over 20 years old, so this is kind of expected, but you can see all those little watermarks and dinginess, and there's like some stained swirls in there, not from like scratches, but like previous cleanings that just never cleaned properly, I guess. But that's why you don't use Windex. You always want to use like a car cleaner, and it says tint safe for this one, so you can use it on the inside too. I've used this for so many years and I absolutely love it. I don't get any shrieks if you use the 3-towel method, but I mean, it got a lot of it off, so I'm very happy with that. But that's just some word of advice. Finished installing everything and it looks great. I can't wait to show you guys. And 3, 2, 1, boom. And just like that. If you have any questions or concerns in relation to this vehicle that I'm working on, feel free to comment down below, or you can reach me on my email here, also found in the description, along with the parts numbers and the tools that I used in this video. Feel free to ask me anything, and this doesn't just apply for this vehicle. This applies for other vehicles that I've made videos on. So if you're looking at my LS Swap TJ or my father's Willie's wagon, I'm always going to be getting back to you guys. Even though the videos say that they're years old, I'll be there for you guys. So thank you for sticking around, and hope you guys enjoyed this video.